All right, so we got a lot to cover when it comes to David. Not only did we get to see his mugshot the other day, but we also got to see him in court for the first time, where of course he pled not guilty and asked for a preliminary hearing. If you don't know what that means, he's basically just asking the judge to determine if there's enough probable cause for this whole thing to even go to trial, which means the prosecution has to prove that they can tie him to that crime. If they can't, well, the judge has the opportunity to just throw this whole thing out before it even goes to trial, which is pretty ballsy move by David. He's basically saying, look, prove it. Y'all got me in here, prove it. Why are we wasting time waiting for trial? Prove it right now. Y'all can tie me to this crime. So we'll wait and see what comes of that. Now, as far as the charges he's been hit with, boy, they threw the book at him. They hit him with continuous essay of a child, unaliving for financial gain. I really don't know where that comes into play at. Unaliving to prevent testimony. Again, one of the possible motives is that, or what we believe, or they believe to be the motive, is that Celeste was threatening to expose their relationship. If you don't know, David was 21, or is 21, and Celeste was 14, and many believe that he was messing with her as young as 11 or 12 allegedly. And so not only were many of their pictures together, many of the pictures they had together she was hiding, but they even have a Twitch stream where she basically makes a joke talking about him basically being the PDF file. And I can see why or how that may have put him down a path of being nervous about her one day exposing their relationship. We can also, it wouldn't be too far to believe that she was madly in love with this dude, and maybe he threatened to break up with her, and then she used that as leverage. I mean, it could be a lot of reasons, but most of it's pointing to the fact that she threatened to expose their relationship, and that gave him the motive to go about unaliving her. They're also charging him with unaliving by lying in wait. They're saying that when he decided he wanted to unalive her, he ambushed her with what they're calling a sharp weapon. And so that's even adding more to the grotesque nature of this case, because not only are they saying that you ambushed her, but then you mutilated the body, which we know happened because she was found in the trunk of a Tesla, cut up, and the only reason she was found is because the workers, I believe, started to complain about a smell with that Tesla. So we'll see what comes of that. And so because of all these charges, he is facing, or could be facing, the death penalty and or life, but I'm pretty sure they're going to push for the death penalty if he is convicted. But that's pretty much all we got right now. There's nothing totally new. Again, like I said, I'm going to play the Twitch video at the end of this, and so if you make this far, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Media trained you.
No, you did.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids. Oh, I need to